In a week we'll be eating in Mexico.
Praise Jesus.
Hey ladies, welcome to our channel. If you are returning, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And if you are new, we appreciate you as well. My name is Esther.
And I'm Amanda, and today we are going to share with you what not to buy from the dollar store. We love the dollar store just like everybody else, but there are definitely things you should not be buying there. Also, at the end of the video, you'll want to stick around because we have some other tips and tricks for shopping.
Everything that we're sharing, everything that we're sharing, okay. Everything that we're sharing with you in today's video, we took the time to sit down and look up the exact same product somewhere else. So for example, in our first section of home and office products, we're going to talk about markers. Expo markers. One Expo marker at the dollar store is $1, and if you buy a pack from Target, it is 72 cents per marker. Same thing with Sharpies. It's only 80 cents a Sharpie if you buy a pack of them at Target versus buying one Sharpie for $1. And that's something, it's only maybe it's only 20 or 30 cents, but if you're buying several, that really adds up quickly.
It does. So the next thing we found was craft supplies. Things like colored pencils, construction paper, and paint. All Crayola brands specifically, you can actually get them for quite a bit less at places like Target. So the paint comes in a 10-pack at Target, but it ends up being 50 cents a can for the Crayola brand versus at the Dollar Tree, it's $1 a bottle, obviously. And the colored pencils are not only less expensive, but they're also tiny. The ones from the Dollar Tree are tiny. They're about half the size of a regular colored pencil. So you're saving 5 cents a pencil if you buy them at Target, and they're twice the size. So that's really like saving 10 cents a pencil, if we're being honest.
Per pencil, you guys.
Per flippin' pencil. And then last but not least, the construction paper at the Dollar Tree. It is about 3 cents a sheet, and that was a generic brand, versus at Target it's just 2 cents a sheet, and that's going to be for Crayola, which we all know quality does matter.
The next thing that you'll want to keep an eye out for are cleaning supplies. There are some good deals, but things like Clorox bleach are almost double the price per ounce when you buy them at the Dollar Tree. Another thing we looked at was generic pads for your Swiffer sweeper or whatever brand you have. Those are 1.5 times the price if you buy them at the Dollar Tree. And then Lysol brand toilet bowl cleaner is 13 cents an ounce at the Dollar Tree versus 8 cents an ounce at Walmart. So you really are paying almost double, 1.5 times to 2 times as much for those products. It might seem like a good deal because it's only $1, but by spending $2, you can get 3 times as much. So really keep an eye out for those cleaning supplies and make sure you know it's a good deal.
All right, so the next thing is stuff like aluminum foil, paper plates, matches, things that you use on a regular basis and are throwaway type of things. They really are not less expensive from the Dollar Tree. So for example, Hefty brand foam plates are 5 cents a plate versus the same plate at Walmart is just 3 cents a plate. Yes, that seems like an insignificant amount, but if you're using them often, it really does add up. Aluminum foil and matches are less expensive at Target. The same box of matches, 300 matches, is 92 cents at Target. If you like to light candles like we do, you're saving money. Another item is aluminum foil for 4 cents a foot at the Dollar Tree versus 3 cents a foot from Target. Again, it might seem like an insignificant amount to you, but my husband, who's in finance, would tell you that those pennies add up.
And last in this section is Play-Doh. At the Dollar Tree is $1. $1. The same Play-Doh at Target or Walmart is 50 cents. It is literally double. You could get your kids 2 Play-Dohs for the same price as 1 at the Dollar Tree. That is a big deal. Double the price. I can't tell you how much Play-Doh I go through.
All right, so the next section is food. Again, you guys would be surprised. It seems like it's a good deal. It's just $1, but realistically, you're paying a lot more in some cases per ounce than you would if you got it somewhere else. So candy is one of the biggest things. For example, we compared a pack of Starburst from the Dollar Tree versus Starburst from Target, and at the Dollar Tree it ends up being 29 cents an ounce for that little bag versus 20 cents an ounce at Target.
It's just a big difference. It really is.
It adds up. I mean, it sounds silly by ounce, but you're not buying anything by the ounce, right? You're buying multiple ounces, so it adds up.
Okay, the next thing is bottled water, actually beverages in general. So for example, their Fiji water is 9 cents an ounce versus 6 cents an ounce. And again, when you're buying a 16-ounce bottle, that does add up. And then their generic brand of drinking water is 17 cents a bottle versus at Target, a generic brand of water is just around 10 cents. So again, when you're buying 24 bottles of water at a time, at least, you are really saving a lot of money by buying it somewhere else.
Some other items are our common snacks, right? Household snacks and cereal items. Most of these products, you guys, are gonna be 1.5 times more, or about 1.5 times more than they would be if you just bought a bigger package from Target.
All right, you know we can't have a video without talking about coffee. What do you put in your coffee? Sugar and creamer, okay? Sugar is literally almost double the price. You guys, you get a 1 pound box and it ends up being $1 versus buying it somewhere else, it's about 60 cents a pound. So truly saving a lot. And then as far as coffee creamer, it's about 2 cents an ounce more expensive at Dollar Tree. And again, that's small, but when it's 32 ounces, you know, you're saving a good amount of money. These might seem like really small things, but if you bought everything on our list today, you would be saving, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks.
We should have done the math. You'd be saving a lot. And again, if you make these purchases on a daily or weekly basis, you guys, that money adds up.
It really, really does.
Last up, we can't leave the food section without talking about meat and beans. That might sound silly, but really, a can of black beans from the Dollar Tree is nearly twice the cost as it would be if you bought a can of black beans at Target. And you guys, we're just telling you the basic prices here. We're not even talking about if you catch them when they're on sale or Target Circle, right, or if you have a red card and you get an extra 5%. Yep, use up those coupons. So all of this stuff, you know, again, you can even get it for less than what we're saying. But also beef jerky, for example, if you bought an 8-ounce bag, the savings difference would be $2.40 a bag if you go and buy it at Target versus buying it from the Dollar Tree. And
that's a gallon of milk, you guys.
It's a good deal, and I like my beef jerky.
Me too. Okay, so the last section we want to touch on before we jump into those tips for you is personal care. We just have a few things to share as examples here, but things like medicine, you will end up paying 1.5 to 2 times as much. You get those little packages of Excedrin, Alka-Seltzer, things that you could buy anywhere else for a lot cheaper per item, and you are honestly going to spend double. We also looked at cough drops. You get this little tiny bag for $1 and you end up paying twice as much per cough drop, which again adds up so quickly when at Target you can buy a bag of 80 and save half of your money for the same amount of cough drops. Okay,
the last item in this section is tissues, toilet paper, and cotton balls. Again, those things you guys need, we all need daily. You're gonna save 5 to 10 cents per dollar spent on all 3 of those items if you buy them somewhere else, like Target or Walmart.
All right, and now we just want to share a few tips with you, not just for shopping at the Dollar Tree, but for shopping anywhere to save you some money. The first one, I know you've heard it a million times, buy in bulk. Now, Amanda and I both have families of 6, so of course we're gonna shop in bulk. We make Costco runs every couple of weeks. But even if you're not a large family, even if you're just one person, you can still save money by buying things like toilet paper and canned beans in bulk, because what we talked about was at Walmart and Target. Think about if you were buying these things at Costco, you're gonna save even more, or Sam's Club, or any bulk store. So make sure that whenever possible, and if it's in your budget, that you do buy things that you use, especially things you use often. Like I said, toilet paper, beans, things where you're going to keep buying it. Coffee, are you kidding me? It's so much cheaper at Costco than anywhere else. So just do your best to shop in bulk when you can.
It seems like a lot up front, but trust us, you are saving money over time. All right, the next tip is if you really want that dollar store size, you really need that smaller container. Like for me, I have a camper, maybe I need a smaller jar of spices or condiments to fit in my camper. Buy it there once, but then you can buy it somewhere else for less and just refill that small container. Bonus, you're being a green citizen. You're helping our planet.
Okay, and then like Amanda mentioned earlier, you can easily get these things for even cheaper if you look for sales. For example, mac and cheese is $1 a box at the dollar store or $1 a box at Target, but they have sales where you can get 2 boxes for $1. So buy 10 boxes at that time, and then you are really saving such a big amount of money. Make sure that you are clipping coupons if you can. You can do this virtually. You don't have to physically click a coupon. Target Circle has great deals for that, and we're not endorsing Target. Anywhere you shop has an app or has some way that you can save money. So take the time to do it. It will be worth it.
Another thing we want to mention is sometimes quality just matters more than price. For me, that would be toilet paper. I'm pretty picky about my toilet paper, so I need to buy the kind that I need to buy no matter the cost. But there are some things that might be cheaper still at the dollar store, but it is just not worth it. Things like Barbie dolls, Legos, a lot of their toys, you guys, you pay for what you get, right? So it might only be $1, but you can expect dollar quality from that item.
Okay, and the last thing that we want to mention is a lot of things at the Dollar Tree actually are brand name items. So for example, one of the things that we looked at was their Brillo pads, their Brillo brand Brillo pads. They were cheaper to buy at the dollar store, but if you bought the generic version of those at Walmart or Target, they were significantly less expensive. So just because the brand name is cheaper doesn't mean that the generic is going to be cheaper. It's some things, like Amanda said, some things matter with quality, and you need the brand name. Sometimes you just have to buy the brand name. A Brillo pad is not one of those things. I use the off-brand my whole life and they were just as great. So just keep in mind what you're actually paying for, and maybe even if it is cheaper for that exact item, you could get a very similar comparable item for much, much cheaper if you just bought it generic. So that wraps up today's video. We hope that you found some great cost-saving tips and tricks. As moms of 4, we take that seriously. We want to spend our money on vacation. We want to spend our money on nice winter jackets for our kids and things like that. So if we can save a few dollars by shopping generic or buying somewhere else, we are totally down for that. So hopefully this was helpful and you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give us a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We would love to see you come back and watch more of our videos, and make sure your notifications are on so that you don't miss anything. Tell us below if you have any ideas for saving money that you could share with everybody else too. We'd love to hear what they are.
Don't forget to spread love today.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.